Hi guys, this is FD for Sage5.tv once more back with another video, and today let's take a look at some top crypto projects, assess their downsides as well as their upsides. Due to time restraints and to make it just as interesting, we'll pick one downside and one upside for each of these. We are well aware that there is plenty to say in each direction to compress it into a 20-minute single video without boring you guys to death, hence the artificial limits. Guys, don't forget to click like and subscribe, and also please do bear in mind that what I'm sharing with you here today is not financial advice. These are my own opinions and my own opinions alone. If you want to seek the service of a financial advisor, I do suggest that you approach someone who is trained to do so. I'm just somebody who is trying to share my own experiences with you guys. So let's start with the big daddy of the space, Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin's upside where we are today? What's happening around Bitcoin? Well, things may get worse before they get better in the short term. For example, price may continue with the current downtrend until a bottom is found before starting another leg of the new bull run. That said, Bitcoin shall remain the top dog as far as store of value is concerned for the foreseeable future. The Bitcoin halving will certainly make this case stronger, especially as we approach 2023 and 2024. Things could get very interesting. And the macro picture is also colluding to make Bitcoin an asset of choice for the medium to long term. What about Bitcoin's downside? Altcoins will weaken Bitcoin over time. That is my own belief. As and when smart contracts and NFTs actually take over, on a massive scale and the massive adoption. And this could make things very interesting. As of today, people cannot alter Bitcoin's underlying technology, or is it just because they don't want to, just in case Bitcoin loses its OG title to lesser pretenders such as Ethereum? Comments down below, let me know. With cryptocurrency mass adoption on its way, there shall come a time when holding Bitcoin as an investment asset doesn't make much sense, similar to holding gold as a store of value compared to holding a Tesla or Amazon stock today. Where does one get the most gains? I think that is what will drive post choices and where Bitcoin and altcoins go. Where do people get the most gains? My outlook for Bitcoin, I think Bitcoin will retain its store of value title for the foreseeable future, albeit in a very much diminished capacity, and we do not see it holding the same sway as it does today within the next 5 to 10 years. I know that is a long time horizon, but sometimes you got to look at things that way. The next project we're going to look at, as far as the upside and the downside is concerned, is Ethereum. What is Ethereum's upside from where we are today? I think the merge that will see Ethereum blockchain transition from proof of work to proof of stake alongside the burning mechanism, that is something to look forward to, and I think that is going to propel Ethereum forward. That is going to provide significant upside for Ethereum. A combination of these two factors, that is transitioning to proof of work and the burning mechanism, those two factors alone could catapult the Ethereum token to some serious numbers. Yes, people have been harping on about first move advantage, but we know this is only temporary in this industry. But that element of distancing itself from proof of work, which is deemed a non-climate friendly consensus mechanism, could be pivotal and would usher in a surge in institutional investor activities that has to date been absent in greater numbers. We know there are some institutions investing in crypto, but there are some just waiting on the sidelines. They are waiting, one, for this debate around proof of stake versus proof of work to become academic. That's why it is, well, among other reasons, that is why Ethereum is transitioning. And if you also think that the gas fees, they are quite expensive, institutions, to them, that would be small change. So that could be the best scenario for Ethereum and institutions, where institutions will come in and do their own thing on the Ethereum blockchain because they can afford the high gas fees. Because as far as I understand, gas fees are not going to go away just because Ethereum is transitioning to proof of stake. Gas fees will remain an issue until certain things are in line. Then we might see the end of these exploitative, painful gas fees that we are experiencing on Ethereum. What about Ethereum's downside? The downside, I see it as competition from rival blockchains such as Solana, Avalanche, Polkadot, Cardano, Elrond, and even its own layer 2 scaling solution in Polygon. How is that going to happen, you may start to ask? Well, take NFTs for example. OpenSea is already suffering due to scaling issues. We know the team behind the Apecoin, they complained massive after their launch when they did the land sale, but you could tell everyone say they knew that. I don't know why they were complaining. Using the Ethereum network is currently the preserve of the rich or those who can stomach the high transaction fees. I think that's an open secret. Solana is biting chunks off Ethereum's dinner table when it comes to NFTs, and this is showing signs of getting worse. So think about this. If Ethereum loses the NFT battle, what else does it have that will propel it forward? Comments down below, let me know, because I do think this NFT battle is going to present some serious challenges to the Ethereum blockchain going forward. Is it going to continue growing? Is it going to start going backwards? I know most most NFTs at the moment, they do reside on the Ethereum blockchain. But going forward, with Solana doing what it's doing right now, just imagine if there are several layer ones that are doing exactly the same to Ethereum, pinching projects or pinching that market from different angles. Will Ethereum be able to defend its position? Comments down below, let me know. Anyway, what's happening with NFTs and Solana taking a significant market share from Ethereum? As far as I'm concerned, this is a measure of just how scaling is an issue, and that trilemma is coming back to bite Vitalik Buterin on his sweet behind, methinks. There's also the remote chance that the merge may yet face further delays, adding to the erosion of trust in Ethereum. And what about things going seriously wrong with the merge? That is quite possible still. It's technology, it's programming. Things go wrong, they just need fixing. But with a beast like Ethereum, the fixing might take just as long, if not more time, than the time it took them to come up with this merge. Comment down below, let me know what you think. What about Ethereum's outlook? Well, plenty of opportunities have been wasted to dethrone Bitcoin from the #1 spot by a community that is so tribal, to the extent that strategy and vision have played second fiddle for so long that even the merge may have fallen victim to the same toxic tribal diatribe. That might sound harsh, but that is quite true. Sometimes the Ethereum community can be poisonous. That is something that is widely known within the crypto space. They can be toxic. This narrative or this idea that it's one blockchain and it's one blockchain and nothing else, I don't think it washes anymore. Things have moved on. There's better technology. Just as much as Ethereum arguably is better technology than Bitcoin, there are now some layer ones with better technology to Ethereum, and with the right amount of traction, marketing and so forth, they can easily sweep those two out of the way. That's quite possible. It's not opium. This is my own opinion, looking at the facts on the ground. Anyway, number 3, the project in number 3 that we're going to look at is Solana. What is Solana's upside from where we are today? The influx of developers has seen Solana become the king of NFTs in the short term. Will that last? We don't know, but for now, let the Solana community, let them enjoy their interim successes. The cheap transaction fees will continue to attract both users and developers alike. However, this is the case just for NFTs and possibly gaming, but everything else to do with crypto, Solana may need to be more aggressive in its persuasion. These on-off incidents do not help further Solana's cause when it comes to wider adoption. What about Solana's downside? Again, is something we slightly alluded to just under the upsides. Solana is heavily centralized. Solana is possibly the least decentralized blockchain in the top 10, alongside the likes of Binance Smart Chain, which is your Binance, and the XRP, Ripple. You also have the small matter of hedge funds, insiders. When the time comes, these guys will dump, make no bones about it. But the big question is, what is their trigger price? What will be that price when the hedge funds decide it's time to take some profits on a massive scale? They are possibly taking profits as we go even now, but on a lesser scale. When they are cutting loose, believe me, you will notice. You won't need anyone to tell you they are doing it. It's just something to watch out for. Number 4 is Polkadot. What is Polkadot's downside from where we are today? The dot coin may have been one of the few to underperform during the last leg of the bull run, but the potential of the dot network remains immense. We are likely to see traditional finance onboarding on the Polkadot network more than on any other network, and for good reason too. One of them is that the Polkadot network is fundamentally designed just for that. Commercial applications where businesses and other institutions could even build private blockchain if that is what they seek, with potential to scale massively. It is our belief as well that this remains the best way when it comes to businesses. What about Polkadot's downside? The Ethereum vehicle machine or EVM narrative, the EVM play has probably been overplayed. For so long, projects have been seeking to integrate EVM in their design. For how long will EVM compatibility remain a USP, we wonder? The EVM field is getting ever so congested that this may in future become a tick box for every other blockchain out there. That its importance gets relegated to a basic functional attribute than a critical piece of infrastructure. If that develops and becomes very true over time, then any network or blockchain claiming EVM compatibility as a USP dies a sudden death, and there goes half of Polkadot and Kusama's parachain, because one of their big plays has been EVM compatibility. And to be fair, other blockchains outside of Polkadot as well, you're talking of projects under Avalanche. What about Polkadot's outlook? With quality parachains lacking and so many projects failing to live up to their parachain slot auction hype, the current situation is asking for possibly a complete redraw of the rulebook. Can the criteria for slot auctions be altered to filter projects that can never deliver on any of their claimed goals, full of hot air or hopium? How do you even begin to design and implement that? With regulations on the horizon, the Polkadot network might also need to consider diversification of their geographical locations for the projects that they bring on board. But that the place of origin. Yes, this is alien for blockchains that claim to be decentralized, but there are ways this could be achieved. You see, national boundaries could yet play a major part in plotting demarcations on financial product distributions worldwide. It depends what kind of regulations different jurisdictions bring on or bring out. We need to consider that. Okay, that is our part on Polkadot. Now, Avalanche. What is Avalanche's upside from where we are today? With a team that run a well-oiled machine like the Avalanche blockchain, the team's strategy has been unfolding like clockwork. From attracting developers, new projects, and users alike, it's been mesmerizing to watch. That is why the AVAX token saw some huge gains throughout the last bull run, as investors saw the potential not just in one dimension, but in multiple dimensions. Avalanche is yet to refine its NFT strategy though. I think this is an area where Avalanche is underperforming but can be changed quite quickly. It's not a big issue. It can be changed. Our short-term price movements will not define what Avalanche as a project have been trying to do here. Doing a better job at scaling than Ethereum, but there's always a but, relatively more centralized than Ethereum. What about Avalanche's downside? Again, its quality projects have not been joining in droves, and just as with Polkadot, how long will EVM remain a crucial part of any project strategy? Will that remain a USP, a critical piece of infrastructure, or it will become a generic piece of infrastructure? That is Avalanche for you. And finally, we go to Cardano. What is Cardano's upside from where we are today? It was late to the party, of course, but Cardano has been a trailblazer since 2020. The introduction of staking, full decentralization since last year, 2021. Just like any other well-designed blockchains out there, no downtime since mainnet. People underplay that, but it's quite crucial. One of the very few blockchains to stay away from the copy and paste approach, and the only one so far to use Haskell-based smart contract languages in Plutus, and it also powers Malloy, a domain-specific language for financial smart contracts. Again, just breaking new ground there. The upcoming Vassal hard fork may yet prove to be the game changer though, when it's implemented next month, June 2022. What about Cardano's downside? Well, failure by project building on Cardano to dream big. Some of these projects so far have been underwhelming but could change anytime. The absence of a functional, effective EVM compatible dApp has been quite strange to say the least, especially with projects and users on the ready coming over from the Ethereum blockchain heading to other blockchains. We believe this is rich in both liquidity and users, so Cardano has been lacking on that side. So that could be its downside in the short term. Cardano outlook. The recent bear trend may have come at a good time for Cardano, as this could allow the blockchain or the network to implement all the upcoming improvements and upgrades in time for the next bull run, whenever that comes. The scaling that is being brought by the Vassal artwork could prove pivotal and may just cause some seismic shocks that reset the layer 1 scene. What do you guys think? Do you agree with that? Comment down below. Let us know whether the 6 projects we just reviewed here, we've done a fair job, or you think you can do a better job, or you see things differently. Comment down below. Let us know. Again, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. This is FD for Sage5.tv signing out. Until next time, guys, bye for now.